Well, hi there everyone, FarmSim Gamer here, and welcome to my first series on Farming Simulator 22. Now, as you probably gathered and can see, we are here on Haut Beyleron. Now, this is the site of where you start in Farm Manager mode, but also in New Farmer mode, and of course you would have all the regular farm buildings here as well. And if you were in New Farmer mode, then you would get fields 38, 40 and 41, which are just surrounding the farm here. Now, I've decided to start in Farm Manager mode, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to purchase a different site in which to build my farm. Now, if I just go to the map, the field that I'm going to purchase is field 33 here, which is a little bit more centrally located in the southern part of the map. It's just over the river from the regular farm here, not too far from the BGA, got a couple of decent sort of selling points as well, and it's surrounded by some fairly good sort of medium to large sized fields, and the shop is still sort of fairly handy to it as well, so not too far to travel to go and get equipment and things like that. Now, this field is priced at 326,000 euros. If I was to purchase fields 38 with the farm, field 40 and 41, that would be 370,000. So field 33 is a little bit less than that. It's probably marginally smaller as well. And of course, I will take a little bit of that field out for building and placing our sort of farm there. But at the moment, I will purchase that. And if we just go back to have a look at the crop types, you can see that we've got a crop of sorghum in there, and that is in its late stage of growth, so that's going to come up to, for harvest fairly soon. So the first thing that I need to do, nip off to the shop, get a combine harvester, get a tractor and trailer, and get ready for harvesting that field, which will be great because it will give us a fairly good immediate source of income. Okay, so we're up at the shop, and I need to get a few pieces of equipment. Some of those will be purchased, some of those will probably be leased. Now, I did have a look in the used vehicle sales earlier, and I saw this McCormick tractor, this X8 VT drive, which was a 59% discount, and its horsepower is 264 horsepower, which I thought was a pretty good price for such a large tractor. So I thought this was a pretty good deal. I'm going to change the tyres just over to Michelin, and that doesn't change anything on the price. So I'm going to purchase this as my kind of first item, and that will give me a sort of fairly good sized tractor to use. Now, the other thing that I saw as well that appeared on the mod hub, I'm not sure if it was today or yesterday, was the Roland pack as well. So we've got a couple of trailer options here, and this roll speed 6332 that goes up maximum capacity 32,000, but that looks a little bit on the high side for the combines that I've got in mind. So I think I'll use 29,000 litres. So I'm going to purchase that as well, because that's a reasonable sized trailer. Now, as far as combines are concerned, the Deutschfahr Topliner is kind of the standard in-game combine that you start with in New Farmer mode, and I suspect quite a lot of people have started their sort of YouTube video series with that. So I'm going to opt for the Class Dominator 108, mainly because they're cheap, and I'm going to get a couple of these. I'm going to lease them just so I can get that field harvested fairly quickly. I might see what comes up after that in terms of contracts, that sort of stuff, but I suspect I'll probably only keep these for a short period of time, or certainly maybe return one of them. So I'm going to lease a couple of these along with their respective headers and header trailers, and then I need to get all of this kit taken down to the field and await that field sort of turning ready for harvest. So here's all the kits, all lined up nice and neatly outside the shop. Now, the one thing I need to do before I start moving these down to field 33 is just get this McCormick tractor serviced quickly. It was obviously second-hand, so it needs a bit of repair. I'm not sure how much that's going to cost, but I need to get that done kind of first, and then I'll trundle all this lot down to field 33, and then hopefully we won't have too long to wait before that is ready to start combining. So here we are at the field, just on the left-hand side there, still looking very green at the moment. So I'm going to just pull into the track on the left-hand side. I'm going to park the trailer up on the end there, and I'm probably going to bring the combines down, put the header trailers over here by the little lake or the pond, and get their headers all off the trailers, get them all set ready to go, and then hopefully we won't have to wait sort of too long before we can start harvesting. Okay, so that's all of our kit down at the field now. The traction trailer's in front of us, as you can see. The other combine I have parked up behind me. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to set him off up at this end, just cutting a couple of strips up that headland. I'm going to move this combine all the way down to the other end, and we'll do exactly the same there. We'll cut 2 or 3 rows off the end of the field, the end of that headland. And then what I'm going to plan on doing is going straight up the middle, and I'll get one combine to work one half of the field, and I'll get the other combine to work the other half. So once I've got these in position, all I really need to do is wait for this crop to turn. It is coming up to 4:30 in the afternoon. I've put the speed up to about ×30, and I've got a funny feeling we might end up having to go overnight before the crop turns and is ready to harvest. I don't have a sleep trigger at the moment, although I did see on the mod hub that there was a sleep anywhere trigger that had appeared, so I might just jump out the game, nip and get that, and then we might go through the night, and hopefully come morning everything will be sorted. Okay, well, we slept out in the open through the night last night. It's 7 o'clock in the morning, or just gone, and as you can see, our field is now ready to harvest. So we're going to crack on with that. Now, I've got one combine sat down the end there, so he's going to work a couple of rows just off that end. I've got the other combine just up here as well, so I'm going to get those underway. We'll cut a couple of strips out each end of the headland, and then, as I mentioned beforehand, we'll just go straight down the middle and get one combine to work one side and the other to work the other side, so they won't get in each other's way. I guess, like I said, we're sort of missing having the likes of course play or stuff like that, really. But I don't know, when you start a new game, I guess, and they haven't got all the mods out, sort of feels as though you've gone a couple of steps forward and maybe one back because you're used to working with so many mods, but that's not too much of an issue. Right, let's get this guy underway. I'll put him down. And I will just stick a helper in here so he can get on with that. Sorry, I realise my vehicle volume is a bit on the high side there. So I'm just getting this guy underway as well. So I'll probably get each of them to do about 3 widths either end of the headland here. And then, like I said, I can kind of just send them straight up the middle and get one to work one side and one to work the other. Now, there seems to be quite a lot of kind of crop residue left over there, quite a lot of kind of straw, so probably a good opportunity to be able to use a mulcher after this, and sort of mulch that back down to kind of soil level, and that should hopefully, well, I believe, give us a 5% sort of boost on our harvest income as well for the next crop that we kind of put in, so that'll be a good opportunity to try that for the first time. Okay, so that's the headland work just about done. You can see the other combine just at the top of the picture there, finishing off his 3rd run. So I've sent this one up the middle. Hopefully I've got that about 50-50 in terms of this half and half of the field. So whilst this combine's waiting, I'm just going to get him unloaded quickly, and then he can work the top side of the field, and the other combine can work the bottom side, and hopefully they'll end up finishing around about the same sort of time. So in the absence of having the likes of course play, splitting the field in 2 like this kind of works fairly well. So they can kind of don't get on top of each other. One can work one side, one can work the other, and it seems to work sort of reasonably well. So I'm going to leave these 2 to get on with this. I'm going to run the grain cart, a fairly familiar job, and hopefully it won't take us sort of too long to get this field done. Still only 10 to 8 in the morning, and we're running at ×5 as well. So I'll let these 2 crack on, and I'll catch up with you in a little while. Okay, so this is our first full trailer, which we're taking up to the selling point here, which is Le Jardin des Fermiers, up at the northern part of the map. Apologies for my French pronunciation there. And I think the selling price was around about 820 per 1,000 litres, something along those lines. So that should get us around about 24,000 euros in total for this trailer load, and I think we'll probably have, I don't know, maybe half, 3/4 of a trailer to go at the end. Well, that's almost us finished this field. So we popped up one of the combines, taken the header off already. The other one is just at the top of the field that you can see there, just finishing off as well. And we've probably got half a trailer load here. So we got, I think it was 24,000 euros from the first trailer. So not a great deal. But like I said, this crop had weeds in it and had no fertilising state at all, so it wasn't expecting a particularly good yield from it. And as you can see, we've got quite a lot of crop residue here, quite a lot of standing sort of crop and material kind of left. So I certainly think that I'm probably going to have to get a mulcher and mulch that in, which will be good because that will give it a 5% increase in yield for the next crop that we have. And then I think I've sort of decided that I'm probably going to build the farm down in this sort of bottom corner here. So we've got good access from the track that goes out that way up to sort of the northern part of the map. We've got the track there that goes to the southern part, and then we've got the track going up here to the roadside as well. So I think that will probably be quite a good position for us to be able to build the farm down here. So that's going to be probably one of my next tasks. Not quite sure if I'll do the mulching first and then build the farm, or maybe do that the other way around. I'm not sure, but we'll crack on with that as soon as we've finished just harvesting this field. Right, so that's us finished. This is the second load, just under 18,000 litres, and a different selling point this time. The price had dropped on the original selling point, so this was the best option, and it was only a short distance from the field as well, so that was good. So that's given us another 14,000 euros, so we made about 38,000, nearly 38,500 euros in total. So not fantastic, but I'll take it. So now we've got to head back to the field, and I think we'll start on our farm development and get that sorted. Okay, so build-wise, I'm going to put everything down in this bottom corner of the field that you can see right in front of us there, and I'm going to keep things fairly easy. I'm going to use a couple of the regular easy sheds, probably put a bigger one in the middle, and then I'd like to get a workshop, get some a little sheep pen in, maybe get some chickens as well. Need to put a silo in place, plus a few other bits and pieces. Now you can kind of see, just as I'm placing this shed here, that the field obviously does raise up slightly from kind of the bottom edge here up towards the hill, so I suspect there'll probably be a little bit of landscaping that I might need to do just to work around the buildings once I've placed them, and then I'll also need to apply some textures and a bit of painting and all that sort of stuff to make it looks nice. Maybe put a few hedges in and some trees and everything else. So I'm going to crack on with that. I won't show you all of the build or the placement of the buildings or everything else, but we'll jump forward and I'll show you what the completed farm looks like in a little while. Okay, well here's the farm build. I've got a couple of regular easy sheds here, just down on the track on the right hand side here, and again on the left I've got a big easy shed that's kind of just in the middle. We've got a workshop that's just round the side here next to the shed, and then we put our house kind of in the corner, put a little bit of a hedge in there just to separate the garden off from the field. And then as we drive around the side, we did have to do a little bit of landscaping here. It's a little bit kind of bumpy coming around the side here to the silo. But got our unload point there as well. We've got some little sheep shed and everything that's kind of in the corner here. Got another access point kind of in off the track as well, and then we've got some chickens down in front of us. Now I haven't put anything in the the sheds or anything at the moment. I need to get myself sorted out with a few other bits of equipment. I'm going to get that mulcher first, and then we need to get a drill and a fertilizer spreader and a few other things as well, just to kind of get us started. But quite an open yard. Has taken a bit of a chunk of the field in the corner here, but quite a kind of nice setup and fairly central, and got lots of space as well. So pretty pleased with that. So I'm going to go up to the shop. I'm going to get this mulcher, get this field kind of sorted out, and then I can start thinking about what crop we're going to put in there for next season. Okay, I've had a bit of a thought. What I might do with this field is that I might sort of cut it into two sections. So from the corner of the hedge here, where that tree is, I might go straight up to the top line of trees up there and split the field into two. The section over on the right-hand side, sort of roughly half of the field, I will use for regular crop, and then the other section that I'm going to have over the left-hand side here that goes around the farm, I'm going to convert that into grass. Going to need some hay and some grass for our sheep, so I think that'll probably be a good idea. And I also want to get some greenhouses in the future, and it might be that I would be able to place those just the other side of the little hedge that's down here in front of the tractor. So that's the plan. So now, as far as the mulcher is concerned, or as far as crops are concerned actually, I can still kind of plant wheat or barley, winter wheat, winter barley and canola at the moment. But the other option is that I could certainly put grass in on the left hand side, and it might be that I'll put oilseed radish in on the other side, let that go over winter, and then I'll cultivate that in the spring, and then maybe drill some oat or possibly some corn or something like that in the spring when we get round to that next year. So that's kind of the thought process. So just thinking about the shop and the mulcher that I need to get, I think I'm probably going to end up doing quite a bit of this in the future actually, and I've kind of got the money, so I think I'm going to purchase this one. And this is kind of like a flail mower, really, that sort of type of thing. It's a bit like a sort of hedge cutter. You can see the flails underneath there. So I think I'm going to go for this option. So I'm going to purchase this. We've got the horsepower and the tractor for it with our big McCormick. So I'm going to get that. I'm going to go up to the shop, pick that up, and then I'm going to start mulching in the rest of that sorghum crop residue. Okay, well, we're just up at the top corner of the field here. I'm just going to get this unfolded and get it started up, and we'll see what sort of job this does. But so a good first kind of couple of days, really. I'm pleased that we've managed to buy a decent sized field. We've got our kind of farm all set up and everything else. We've still got some more equipment to purchase, but we've made some good inroads today. Now this looks really good. It's kind of nice to see some new and different equipment and different sort of tasks and things like that you need to perform in FS22. I think that texture looks really good, and I'm kind of looking forward to sort of using some of the different elements, like the stone and the rock pickers and the rolls and things like that, and certainly kind of getting into the production side of things as well. So I'm going to leave it here for this episode. I hope you've enjoyed it. If you have, then give it a thumbs up. I'd be interested to get your comments as well. If you've been playing Farming Simulator 22 this week, what's your first impressions? What do you like? What do you don't like? So leave a note down below, and if there's anything that you'd like to see me do in this series, then also leave a comment. So thanks very much for watching. Whatever you're doing, wherever you are, stay safe, take care, and I will catch you on Haut Beyleron next time. Bye for now.